Hello everyone, good morning. Dear students, today we will discuss the next question number 11, that is in second part of PGDBA PYQs 2025. Okay students, so let's start. This is our question number 11 and up to question number 10 we already discussed in part first of PGDBA 2025. So in this question, the number of 3-digit numbers that are divisible by 9 each. Student, how many 3-digit numbers that are divisible by 9? So basically we know very well that 3-digit numbers are start from 100. But 100 is not divisible by 9. So basically for starting purpose, we will divide 100 by 9. And let's check which number is the first 3-digit number which is divisible by 9. So 9, 1 ja 9, 1 0, 9 1 ja 9, and there is 1 remaining. So basically student, we can say that the 3 number which is divisible by 9, 3-digit number which is divisible by 9, first number is 108. You can divide and you can check that if there is 8 present, 9 1 0, 1 0 is replaced by 8. So 9 2 ja 18. So we can say that first number which is 3-digit number and divisible by 9. And we know very well that next number, if we wants to select the next which is 3-digit number which is divisible by 9, that is if we add 9 in this term we get second number. So we can say that 9 plus 8 17, 117 is second number. And in the same way we can say that, and which one is last number which is 3-digit number and divisible by 9. So basically student, we know very well that 999 is the last number which is 3-digit number and divisible by 9. So that is the sequence, and we know very well in every term, difference between every conjugative term there is present 9. Okay, so we can say that this sequence is AP, and in AP we can easily calculate that how many terms are present in this AP. So basically we know very well that nth term, let us consider this is the nth term of this AP, and in that scenario first term A is 108 and D is, we know very well what is the difference between conjugative terms, that is there is 9. So nth term we know very well, in AP we can write A plus n minus 1 into D. An is replaced by 999, A is replaced by 108 plus 9 times n minus 1. 108 if we take in our left hand side, we wants to take difference, or we wants to subtract 999 out, we wants to subtract 108 out of 999. So there is 1, there is 9 and there is 8. 1, 9 and 8. That is equals to 9 times n minus 1. Okay student, and if we wants to divide 891 by 9, that is equals to 9 minus 1. And if we wants to divide, so 9 9s are 81, there is present 7, there is present 8 and 1, there is also 9. That is n minus 1. So student, if you wants to find out the value of n, take 1 in left hand side and we got 99 plus 1. So exactly n is 100. So basically student, we can say that there are 100 numbers which are 3-digit number and divisible by 9. So basically our option B is correct, remaining options are incorrect options. I think you understood student. So in the same way, our next question is, that is question number 12 student. In this question, the focal point of the parabola y minus 1 whole square, that is equals to 12 times x minus 2 is. These are the option. Option A is 1, 2, B is 2, 1, C is 5, 2 and D is 5, 1. So student, this is the equation of standard parabola. So In standard parabola, we know very well that student, we know a parabola whose equation is this type, y square is equals to 4ax. Okay, student. And in this equation, the focal point of this parabola is focal point. Focal point basically a comma 0. In this equation, focal point is a comma 0. But in that scenario, that y is replaced by y minus 1 and x is replaced by x minus 2 and 4a is replaced by 12. So we can calculate easily that value of a in that scenario, that is, if we compare both the equation, we got 4a that is equals to 12, that basically a is 3. But student, a is equals to 3. So 3 comma 0 is not a focal point of this parabola. This is the focal point of this parabola. So basically, student, let us consider that focal point is this one. A is replaced by 3. So focal point is 3 comma 0. But this 3 comma 0 is the focal point if 4a is replaced by 12 in that equation. So student, this is not an answer. So we know very well, first value is value of x and second value is 0 is the value of y. So if we replaced x as x minus 2, so basically student, we can say that x minus 2 is basically is 3 over here, because if we compare both the things, x is replaced by x minus 2 and y is replaced by y minus 1. So y is replaced by y minus 1, so y minus 1 is basically 3. Okay, student, we will calculate value of x and y in that scenario, that is x is 3 plus 2 and x is 5 and y is 3 plus 1, basically y is 4. So student, in that standard parabola, we can easily say that 5 comma 4 is our focal point for this standard parabola. So 5.5 comma 4 is not our answer. So student, there is a mistake because y minus 1 is replaced by 0. So there is a mistake. So student, 5 comma 1 is final answer for this question. So option D is correct, remaining options are incorrect. Student, I am going to try again explaining these things, that why this point is a focal point for this standard parabola. Basically student, easily we can calculate the focal point for this type of parabola. If you can calculate focal point, let us consider this is the equation of such type. Let us consider capital Y that is equals to small y minus 1 and capital X is small x minus 2. Let us consider. So this equation is replaced as y square that is equals to 12 times x. This is the same equation, and in that scenario we can easily calculate that 4a that is equals to 12, a is replaced as 3. So in that equation, a is 3, that means focal point that is 3 comma 0. We know very well that focal point a comma 0, that means 3 comma 0. And if we know very well that that is the value of capital X and that is the value of capital Y. Okay student. So if we replace value of capital X and value of capital Y, so X minus 2 is basically 3 and Y minus 1 is basically 0. Okay student. So X is remains 5 and Y is small y is 1. So basically focal point for this standard parabola is 5 comma 1. So option D is correct. Remaining options are incorrect. Okay student. So similarly, our next question is question number 13. That is, let f is from R to R be a twice differentiable function such that f double dash x is minus of fx and g of x is f dash x. Let h of x is f of something, this equation. If h of 7 is 9, and then find the value of h of 2 is. Student, basically there are options. There are 4 options. Option A is 9, B is 25, C is 2 and D is 7. Student, you can see that there are some equations like f double dash x that is equals to minus of fx. And in the same scenario, there is present that f dash x that is equals to g of x. Student, if we take differentiation on both sides, so we got f double dash x that is equals to g dash x. And basically f double dash x is minus of fx. We can write. Okay, student, f double dash x that is basically minus of fx. So there is a situation that f dash x is equals to gx and g dash x is equals to minus of fx. Okay. Okay. And the same way, there is present that let us consider this is our equation first and this is our equation second. And there is present h of x that is equals to, student, let us consider that x upon 25, let us consider that is capital X, let us consider, or let us consider this is u. Okay, so basically it will become h of x that is equals to f of u whole square plus g of u whole square, that is complete power 1 by 3. And if we take differentiation on both sides with respect to, let us consider u. So basically it will become h dash, let us consider, student, x upon 25, and don't forget that u is replaced. Let us consider that u is x upon 25, not replaced by u. Okay. So if we take out differentiation on both sides, that h dash x that is basically equals to 1 by power as it is f of x upon 25 whole square present plus g of x upon 25 whole square present, that is power minus 2 by 3. And if we differentiate things inside, that it will become 2 times f dash x upon 25, sorry, 2 times f of x upon 25 and derivative of f dash x upon 25 in the same way f1 upon 25. That is the differentiation of this one. In the same way, differentiation of g is this g dash x upon 25 and 1 upon 25. Okay, student, that is the differentiation of this one. And in the same way, you can see so in the same way, student, you can see that let us consider this is as our equation first, and you can see that f dash x we can replace, if we replace x as x by 25 in equation first, so it will become f dash upon f dash of x upon 25 that is equals to g of x upon 25. In the same way, you can replace also things in this part, that f dash g dash x upon 25 that is equals to minus of f of x upon 25. Okay. So student, you can see it. Let us consider this thing is same, and it will become 2 take out as common, f of x upon 25 is same, 1 upon 25 also take out common in both the things. You can see f dash x is replaced by g of x upon 25 from equation first. This is our equation first, this is our equation second. And there is present plus 2 is take out common, 1 upon 25 also take out common, it will become x upon 25, g of x upon 25, and we can replace g dash x upon 25 by minus of f x upon 25. So if we put down value of this in that situation, plus is changed into minus, and it will become f of x upon 25. Okay. Student, you can see that both the things are same, and this is, there is plus symbol, there is minus symbol, so both the things are cancel out, and this it will become 0. If this is 0, so if this 0 is multiplied by whole things, it will become 0. So basically, student, you can say that h dash x it will become 0, and if derivative of some function is 0, that means function is constant. That means function is constant, and we can say that constant is c. Let us consider. Okay. But in the same situation, there is a condition that h of 7 that is equals to 9. Put down x is 7. So h of 7 that is equals to constant C. If we compare the things, that C is 9, and if C is 9, so our function h of x will become 9. Value of C is replaced, so h of x becomes 9. So we can say that our function h is constant. We want to find the value at x is equals to 2. So h of 2, it will become 9. That is our final value. So we can say that, student, our option A is correct, h of 2. H of 2 basically is 9, and remaining options are incorrect. I think, student, you understood in very well way. And this is question, it really nice question, and question 13 is complete. And then next question is question number 14. That question is, question 14, that let this greatest integer x, basically this bracket x denotes the largest integer less than or equal to x. That means basically this function is greatest integer function. Greatest integer function. The real root of this equation are lying in the interval. Student, इसके real question asking that real root of this equation lying in which of the following interval. So basically we can check this question directly by options also, but I'm explaining the things, what is the concept behind that question. So basically this question is given all about greatest integer x square minus 2x minus greatest integer x plus 3, that is equals to 0. And we know very well that x is basically, greatest fractional x is basically x minus greatest integer x. And by this equation we can calculate value of x is fractional x plus greatest integer x. If you put down the value of x in that equation, so it will become greatest integer x square minus 2 times fractional x minus 2 times greatest integer x, and this will become minus greatest integer x plus 3, that is equals to 0. So the whole things will become greatest integer x square minus 3 times greatest integer x plus 3, and this fractional part is taking left hand side, so it will become 2 times, it will take in right hand side, so it will become this thing. And we know very well that there is a range method. Compare the range, both the things, compare the range of left hand side and right hand side, and then we can calculate easily that what is the real roots of this equation. So basically, student, we know very well that this is a fractional part function. And a range of this function is always lying between close interval 0 to open interval 1. So we can say that if fractional part is lying in between close interval 0 to open interval 1, so we can say that left hand side, right hand side, 2 times fractional part, it also belongs to close interval 0 to open interval 2. Multiply by 2, then things will become this one. So we can say that range of right hand side, it will becomes close interval 0 to open interval 2. And by equality, we can say that range of also left hand side. By this, we can imply that range of left hand side is also close interval 0 to 2. And by saying this thing, we can say that our left hand side, greatest integer x square minus 3 times greatest integer x plus 3, lying in between 2 to close interval 0 to 2. Okay, student, you can see that there are two inequality, that first is this one and second is this one. Solving separately both the things, that first, greatest integer x square minus 3 times greatest integer x plus 3, if we take out greater than equal to 0, take it greater than or equal to 0, and if factorize, let us check, student, that what is the discriminant of this equation. Discriminant is b square minus 4ac, Let us consider this is the quadratic equation in greatest integer function x. So discriminant is b square minus 4ac, b is minus 3 whole square minus 4 times a is 1 and c is 3. So it will become 9 minus 4 into 3, 12, that is basically minus 3, it is 0, less than 0. And we know very well, if discriminant of an equation which is less than 0 and value of a in that scenario is 1, it is basically greater than 0. So if a is greater than 0 and d is less than 0, so the whole all this inequality, this quadratic equation is always greater than 0 for all x belongs to R. So student, we can say that this equation is always true. Always true. But second thing is that this equation is also less than 2. That is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, but is less than 2. So case second is that greatest integer always 2, that means for all x belongs to R. Case second, greatest integer x square minus 3 times greatest integer x plus 3, that is basically less than 2. 2 is taken in left hand side, sorry, left hand side. So all things it will become greatest integer x square minus 3 times greatest integer x plus 1 less than 0. Student, you can see that if we take, let us consider greatest integer x, that is basically alpha. Let us consider. So it will become alpha square minus 3 times alpha plus 1 less than 0. And let us consider this is inequality, okay, and root of this inequality, okay, let us consider this as capital X and root is alpha or beta. Let us consider, and let us consider this as equation 3x, greatest, okay, capital X square minus 3 times x plus 1, that is equation, that is equals to 0, and let root of this equation is alpha and beta. Let us consider. Student, by using wavy curve method, we need to calculate what are the root of this quadratic equation. So basically alpha and beta minus b, by using Sridharacharya formula, minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4 into 1 into 1. It will become divided by 2 into 1. It will become 3 plus or minus root 5 divided by 2. Student, you know said that there are two roots. Alpha is, let us consider 3 plus root 5 divided by 2, and beta is 3 minus root 5 divided by 2. Okay, and we know very well what is the exactly value of root 5. So let us, we know approximate value. What is the value of root 5? That is 2 point something. Let us consider. Basically, so if value of root 5 is 2 point something, it will become 5 point something divided by 2, that is 2 point something. And value of beta, that is alpha, is 2 point something, beta is 3 minus 2 point something, that means 0 point something, that is positive, divided by 2, that is 0 point something, that is positive number. So basically student, alpha and beta are, beta is 0 point something and alpha is 2 point something. And for using wavy curve method, we wants to draw a number line, and on that number line we put the value of alpha and beta. So basically we can say student that beta is 0 is this one, beta is this one, and alpha is this one. Okay. So student, we know very well, but for wavy curve method applying on this equation, there is a this equation can be written as greatest integer x minus beta and greatest integer x minus alpha, that is less than 0. Okay. And if this is less than 0 and coefficient of greatest integer x, both the things are positive, so it will become positive, negative and positive. And we know very well there is less than inequality 0, less than equal to 0 present. That means our greatest integer lying in between beta to alpha. So we can say that our greatest integer belongs to open interval, or we can say that close, no doubt, 0 point something to 2 point something. And we know very well greatest integer function gives the integer value, so it will become either greater than 0, that means 1, and greater than 2, that means 2. Greatest integer will give either 1 or 2. 1 or 2. Okay, student. And we know very well, if x is belongs to closed interval, if our greatest integer is 1, that means basically x belongs to closed interval 1 to open interval 2. And if our greatest integer is equals to 2, so basically our x belongs to closed interval 2 to open interval 3. Why open interval is 3? 2 present over here. If you put down 1.99999 and take out greatest integer, it will become 1. And if it took x as 2, so greatest integer, it will become 2. So basically, if greatest integer equals to 1, so our x is belongs to close interval 1 to open interval 2. And if greatest integer x equals to 2, that means our x belongs to close interval 2 to open interval 3. So basically, student, if you combine both the things, so we can say that our x belongs to close interval 1 to 3. And there is x is belongs to R, there is x belongs to close interval close interval 1 to 3. If we take out intersection of both the things, so our resultant, this whole things is belongs to this one. So if we take out intersection, so smaller part is take our final answer. So our final answer, x is belongs to close interval 1 to open interval, close interval 1 to 3. So option B is correct, remaining options are incorrect. Student, you can easily calculate by options. If we took out, let us consider if take out value is 3.5, put down in this equation and check this equation is 0 or not. If we took out one value x which is from close interval 1 to 3, so our final answer you can see, and I think you should calculate by yourself that this is our option by using options. By using options, you can easily calculate the answers. Okay. So student, I think our 14 lesson is complete. So our next question is, that is question number 15 student. Let ABC be a real number such that A not equals to 1, B not equals to 1, C not equals to 1. Consider the system of linear equation. These are the system of linear equation. Student, we can easily write as x, that whole right hand side taken left hand side, so it will become x minus ay minus az, that is equals to 0, and this will become, student, minus of bx plus y or minus of bz, that is equals to 0, and it will become minus of cx plus minus of cy plus z, that is equals to 0. This is the system. And question says that if it has a non-zero solution, student, you know very well that is homogeneous system. Homogeneous system. And homogeneous system, it has a non-zero solution. Non-zero solution if determinant of coefficient of xyz matrix, that is known, that is equals to 0. If it is non-zero, it have unique solution, that is zero solution. But question says that it has non-zero solution, that means determinant is 0. And what is the matrix of A is over here? So basically it will become, students, matrix A is coefficient of x is 1, coefficient of y is minus A, that is also minus A, minus B, 1, minus B, minus C and 1. Okay, student, and it will 0. That means if we take out that, if you solve, we will going to solve that what is the exactly determinant of that matrix. So it will become, student, 1 of this column and this row is expanded, it will become 1 minus BC minus A, it will become plus A, plus minus plus, this it will become minus B, and that is minus BC, minus B minus BC. Okay, and in the same way it will become minus of A of, it will become BC plus C, BC plus C. So student, you can clearly see that 1 minus BC minus AB minus ABC minus ABC minus AC, that is equals to 0, because that is already given that it is equals to 0. So student, you can say that 1 minus AB minus BC minus AC, it will becomes 2 times ABC, that is equation first. 2 times ABC, take in right hand side of this equation. Okay, student. So this is the result for given information. But question says that what is the value of a upon 1 plus a, b upon 1 plus b, c upon 1 plus c. So we are going to calculate what is the exactly they want to ask. So student, basically c upon 1, that is equals to, after taking LCM it will become 1 plus a, 1 plus b and 1 plus c. So this is cancel out, so it will becomes a times 1 plus b and 1 plus c, b times 1 plus a and 1 plus c, and c times 1 plus a and 1 plus b. Okay. So student, it will becomes, you can see that a times, if you multiplying the things 1 plus b to 1 plus c, so 1 plus c plus b plus bc, it will become b of 1 plus c plus a plus ac, and the other thing is c of 1 plus a plus b plus ab. Okay, divide by, it will become 1 plus a plus b plus ab, multiply by 1 plus c. Student, you can see if it multiply a inside the bracket, so it will become a plus ac plus ab plus abc, plus, student, if you multiply b inside, b plus bc plus ba plus a plus b abc. In the same way, you can see c plus ac plus bc plus abc. All things is closed, that is divided by multiplying by 1 plus a plus b plus ab. If you multiply c inside, it will become c plus ac plus bc plus abc. Student, you can see easily that basically a plus b plus c, all things is combined. Okay, and you can see that student ab is 2 times ab. You can see bc and bc is also 2 times, so b2 is outside the bracket, I already took. ac, and this is ac, that is also 2 times ac. Okay, student, you can see that abc that is 3 times abc. Divide by, you can see 1 plus a plus b plus c plus ab plus bc plus ca, that plus abc. Student, you can see, so that what is the value of ab plus bc plus ca? What is the value of ab plus bc plus ca? So student, you can easily calculate 1 minus 2 times ab, that is equals to ab plus bc plus ca. Okay, one, take out 2ab is this in this side, that is abc, there is a mistake. Okay, and this is taken right hand side. So basically student, it will become, I think there is a mistake, I'll check student, 1 minute. So it will become 1 plus ab plus bc plus ca. Okay, student, 1 minute. So student, I think there is a correct way. So student, ab plus bc plus ca is replaced by 1 minus 2 times abc. So a plus b plus c as it is, plus 2 times, this is replaced by 1 minus 2 times abc, plus 3 times abc as it is. Divide by, this is 1 plus a plus b plus c, plus ab plus bc plus ca is replaced by 1 minus 2 times abc, plus abc is also present. So student, it will become 2 times plus abc, a plus b plus c. Student, it will become minus 4 and plus 3 times, so it will become minus abc. You can check, minus 4 times abc plus 3 times. Okay, divide by 1 plus 1 2, there is also present a plus b plus c, and minus 2 times a plus b plus abc plus abc, so it will become minus abc. Student, you can see that numerator and denominator both things are same, so it will be cancel out and it will give 1. So student, value of this expression is exactly 1. So option A is correct, remaining options are incorrect. Okay student, that is the methodology behind this question. This is basic question, and you can also calculate. Okay, that is the correct way, that is the easiest way and correct way. Okay student, so our next question, question number 16 is, so our next question, question number 17 is that in how many different ways can the letter of the word formulate be arranged so that vowels occupy only the odd positions? So student, this is question all about the permutation and combination. You know very well that how many, you know very well that how can we arrange the letters of the word. So basically student, in word F, I am going to separate out vowel and consonants. So vowels are written on this place and consonants. Okay. So vowels, that is consonant F, O is vowel, R is consonant, M is also consonant, U is vowel, L, A, T and E. So student, we can say that there are exactly 4 vowels present, and there is exactly 1 2 3 4 5 consonant present. Okay, so there are total words is in that formulate, that is 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. There is exactly 9 letters in the word formulate. So question asking that we want to arrange all the vowels on odd position. So student, there are exactly 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. There are exactly 9 letters. So we want to place 9 places for all the letters. Okay student. So for odd positions, for odd position, that is 1 3 5 7 and 9. So we can say that for odd position, total odd positions are exactly 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 5 odd positions are present, and total even positions are that is exactly 4. But student, there are exactly 5 positions for there are 5 odd position, 4 even position, and we want to arrange vowels on odd position. There are 4 vowels, but places are 5. 4 vowels, places are 5. 5 odd places. So we know very well, if places are more than our letters, so we are going to select 4 positions for 4 vowels out of 5 positions. So we know very well, for selecting place for 4 vowels, there are 4 positions. How many positions are present? 5 out of 5 positions, we need only 4 positions. So 5C4, and for arranging these letters, these 4 letters, we want to multiply by 4 factorial. This is the arrangement of 4 vowels, and these are 4 positions of vowels out of 5 positions. Okay student. So student, let us consider these 4 positions are placed. Let us consider on this place O, this place is U, this place is A, and on this place is E. All 4 are occupy these 4 odd places. So remaining place are, there is exactly 1 2 3 4 and 5. How many places are vacant? So we can say that after filling all 4 vowels, there are 5 remaining places are present. So student, and on 5 places, after this, there are exactly 5 places, and we have how many letters? 1 2 3 4 5. There are 5 positions and 5 places. We know very well that is arranged in 5 factorial. So we can say that this is the arrangement of 5 consonants in 4 even places and one remain odd places. One remains odd place. Got it, student? What is 5 factorial? What is the meaning of 5 factorial? So, student, there are total number of ways. Total ways. Student, you can see that this is the arrangement and position of holes, and this is the arrangement and places of 5 consonants. So, what is the value of 5c factor? 5c4, that is exactly 5. And what is the value of 4 factorial? Okay, that is 5 factorial. And we know very well this is also 5 factorial. 5 factorial. And we know very well what is the value of 5 factorial? That is 120. This is the value of also 120. So we know very well 2 times 0 and 12, 144. So student, we can say that arrangement of word of formulate in which vowels can occupy only the odd positions in 14400 ways. So our option C is correct, student. Remaining options are incorrect. I think that question is very easy. I am trying to explain all the things behind the questions. Okay, student. So in the same way, our next question is, question number 18 is that let n be a positive integer. The coefficient of x ki power n in the binomial expansion of, student, generally binomial expansion of 1 plus x, 1 minus x ki power n, in which we want the coefficient of x ki power n. And student, we know very well there is a result. We know very well in the expansion of 1 minus x ki power n, there is, we know very well that coefficient of x ki power r, that is minus 1 to the power r. Minus 1 to the power r. And if you don't know what is the concept behind this, so we will generalize these things. So student, basically we want to find out the coefficient of x ki power n. First of all, I am going to multiply this thing. 1 to multiply this one, so it will become 1 plus x to the power n. If you multiply x inside this one, so it will become 1 minus x to the power n. Okay, student. So in that bracket, we need the coefficient of x ki power n. But in this bracket, there is x present already. So we want to find out the coefficient of x ki power n. But x is present over here. So we want to find out the coefficient of x ki power n minus 1 in this bracket. Okay, student. So let's start, student. What is the concept and how to find the coefficient of x ki power n in this expansion? Student, you know very well what is the expansion of 1 minus x to the power n. Basically, it will become nc0, 1 to the power n minus 0 and minus x to the power 0 plus nc1, 1 to the power n minus 1 minus x to the power 1. You know very well. Plus ncn minus 1. It will become 1 to the power, student, 1 and minus x to the power n minus 1. In the same way, last expansion ncn, 1 to the power 0 and minus x to the power n. It will become this one. Student, first of all, we need the coefficient of x ki power n. Coefficient of x ki power n in this expansion, you know very well that coefficient is present over here. Okay, so in that scenario, you can see that basically coefficient, what is the coefficient of x ki power in that situation? So we can say that ncn, 1 to the power 0, it is basically 1 and it can be written as minus 1 to the power n and x to the power n. So coefficient is this one. So in that scenario, ncn minus 1 to the power n is the coefficient of x ki power n. And what is the coefficient of x ki power n minus 1? X ki power n minus 1. So student, you can see. Student, what is the coefficient of x ki power n minus 1? So it will become ncn minus 1. 1 to the power 1, it is basically 1. or it can be written as minus 1 to the power n minus 1 and x to the power n minus 1. So coefficient is this one. Student, n c n minus 1 minus 1 to the power n minus 1. So student, you know very well n c n basically 1. It will become minus 1 to the power n. So basically it can be written as minus 1 to the power n. Okay. And what is the NCN minus 1? Student, you can calculate. NCN minus 1, it is basically n. How we can calculate? It can be written as n factorial. What is the difference? N minus n plus 1. So it will become 1 or it will become n minus 1 factorial. It can be written as n into n minus 1 factorial divided by n minus 1 factorial. 1 factorial is 1. This is cancelled out by this one. It will become n. So basically I will write n over here. And it will become minus 1 to the power n into minus 1 to the power minus 1. And it can be written as minus 1 to the power n into n, and this can be written as minus 1 in this situation. Power is negative, so if we take out in denominator, it will become positive. So it basically minus 1 into minus 1 to the power n, this thing will become. So basically what is the coefficient of x to the power n in this expression? So we can say that coefficient of x to the power n, that is basically, in that scenario we need the coefficient of x to the power n. It is basically minus 1 to the power n. Okay. Plus, what is the coefficient of this x to the power n minus 1 multiplied by n? It is basically what coefficient of x to the power 1 n. And for coefficient of x to the power n minus 1, it will become minus n into minus 1 to the power n minus n. Okay. So minus multiply this plus, it will become negative. And if it took out common minus 1 to the power n from both, it will become 1, it will become minus n. So what is the value? Minus 1 to the power n into 1 minus n. It is the final answer for this question. So we can say that coefficient of x to the power n in this expansion, it is minus 1 to the power n into 1 minus n. So our option B is correct, remaining options are incorrect. I think student, you understood in very well way, and I'm trying to directly test the coefficient of x to the power n, but the explanation behind this concept is this one. Okay student, so question 18 is complete. So our next question is, that is question number 19. Let alpha beta be two real numbers. Let fx is this one. Given that fx is continuous at x equal to 0. Student, basically, if function is continuous, fx is continuous at x equal to 0. Student, it is the short form, CTS, continuous. At x equal to 0. That means limit x tends to 0 minus fx, that is equals to limit x tends to 0 plus fx, that is equals to f of 0. Okay. Then the value of alpha plus beta. Okay. So I think we need to calculate what is the left hand limit. It is basically left hand limit. It is basically right hand limit. It is basically function at x equal to 0. So first of all, we are going to calculate left hand limit. Limit x tends to 0 fx. Student, you can see that what is the limit functional value at 0 minus. 0 minus, you know very well, less than 0, our function is 1 minus cos 4x divided by x square plus beta. Okay student, and we know very well what is the limiting value. Limit x tends to 0, it can be written as 2 times sine square 2x. By using half angle formula, 1 minus cos 4x, it can be written as 2 times sine square 2x divided by x square plus beta. Student, you know that is limit x tends to 0, this 2 and sine square 2x divided by x square. It is multiplied by 2 square and divided by 2 square. So basically it will become 2x whole square, and multiply by 2 square, that means it will become 2 cube. Plus beta is present over here. And we know very well, limit x tends to 0, sine x upon x, it will become 1. X tends to 0, sine 0, it will be 0, and it is also 0. 0 by 0 format, and it will give 1. And you can see that if we applying limit x tends to 0 minus, on this situation, it will become 0, it will become 0 by 0 and it will give 1. So basically student, there is present 2 cube, this is 1 plus this is beta. If we are applying limit on constant, so constant is as it is. Beta plus 2 to the power 3, that is 8. Beta plus 8 is the left hand limit for this function at x equal to 0. In the same way, we are going to calculate right hand limit, limit x tends to 0 plus function. And we know very well at x equal to 0 plus our function is this one. So it can be written as 0 plus root x divided by root 16 plus root x. 16 plus root x and minus 4 is outside. And we know very well, after seeing square root in a limiting case, we are going to rationalize this thing, that is 16 plus square root x plus 4 divided by 16 plus square root x plus 4. Okay. So student, you know, it will become limit x tends to 0 plus, this is root x and multiply by root 16 plus root x plus 4 divided by a minus b, a plus b. It will become a square plus b square. So 16 plus root x whole square plus 4, sorry, it is basically minus 4 square. It will become root x, it will become root 16 plus root x plus 4 divided by root, it will become 16 plus root x minus 16. 16 is cancelled out by this 16 and after cancellation, there is limit x tends to 0 plus. Root x is also cancelled out by this root x. So student, basically it will become limit x tends to 0 plus root 16 plus root x plus 4. And after approaching x tends to 0, it will become 0. Root 16 is basically 4. Root 16 is basically 4 plus 4, it will become 8. Okay student, this is our right hand limit. And at x equal to 0, our functional value f at 0, you can see at x equal to 0, our functional value is alpha. Okay. And we know very well, by equation first, given function is continuous, let us consider this is our equation first. Putting all this value in this equation, we got our left hand limit is beta plus 8 equal. Our right hand limit is 8 equal. Our functional value at x equal to 0, it will put that is alpha. So by comparison, you can say that alpha is 8 and by comparison these things, beta plus 8 is, it will be equal to 8, that means beta equals to 0. So basically alpha is 8, beta is 0. So alpha plus beta, 8 plus 0, it will become 8. So our option B is student correct, remaining options are incorrect. Okay student, simple definition of continuity, that is left hand limit, right hand limit is equals to function at x equal to 0. Function is continuous for left hand limit approaching this result and we got beta plus 8. For right hand limit approaching rationalize the things and we got 8. And for at x equal to 0, functional at x equal to 0 is already given, that is alpha. So put down the value of all these things in equation first, we got alpha is 8 and beta is 0. So our final answer alpha plus beta, that is 8. So option B is correct and remaining options are incorrect student. Okay student, so I think that is enough. So our remaining questions, question 20 to 25, all the questions we will cover in next part 3 in PGDBA 2025. Okay student, all the best and thank you so much for watching this video.